And we're talking about something that affects so many women and men, and that is headaches. If you are among the millions who suffer from headaches on a regular, if not daily basis, you may be surprised to learn, that your lifestyle has a lot to do with what triggers that pain.
And that is why we've invited Dr. Andrew Carroll here this morning to tell us more about 5 surprising headache triggers and what we can do to prevent them.
And we're also taking your phone calls this morning, so if you suffer from frequent headaches and you want to talk to Dr. Carroll, please go ahead and give us a call. That number on our screen right now. But first of all, good morning to you.
Thanks for being here again.
Thank you for I'm your first guest on your new furniture.
What do you think?
It's nice.
Good. I hope you feel confident.
Oh, yes. I hope so.
Good. And we want to talk about these horrible headaches that can really put so many people out and lose money financially here at work, not being able to function on a daily basis.
The great thing about what we're going to talk about today is that these headaches, people get headaches all the time, and they don't realize what it is that's causing these headaches. So we're going to talk about some of the things that might be causing their headaches so that maybe they can eliminate it.
All right, I know that hormones is one of the triggers.
Right, hormones is the first one, and some women don't realize it. I'm sure a lot of people do. That they get a headache like 3 or 4 days before their period's supposed to start. So what we tell people is to go ahead and try pre-medicating when you know that that's coming. On day number 24 or 25, start taking some Motrin or Tylenol and see if that can get that headache to stop from coming.
Okay, what else? What's another kind of misnomer out there?
Well, food triggers. People don't realize some of the foods that they eat are starting to trigger their headaches. One of them is red wine. Another one can be MSG. And we're not talking about just Chinese food. We're talking, if you look on snack bags like Doritos, anything with a lot of seasonings on it, you'll find that they have MSG. And some people are really sensitive to it.
So it is listed, so that's something to consider.
Right.
Okay.
And then other foods as well. So if you're finding you're having a pattern to your headache, try to remember what you ate. It may be one of those things triggered off
I know that our phone calls are just ringing off the hook. We're going to get to those in just a moment, but stress is an obvious indicator of what's causing this.
Stress causes the kind of headache you call a tension headache, where you get all that tension in the back and the neck and the shoulders. And the important thing is to just recognize that kind of headache when you get it. Do things that help to relieve your stress, whether it be going out and exercising or reading a book. And then some of the other things like biofeedback and yoga and meditation, self-hypnosis, all those things that help you relax and get that face to just kind of release that tension and relieve that headache for you.
Want to take a phone call right now?
Yeah, can we?
Let's talk to Mary from Phoenix. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
What's your issue?
Yes, I heard just a little bit because I had just tuned in. And my concern is that I'm going to be 50 in a couple of months, and I was wondering if my headaches have anything to do with premenopause or and I get it mostly after my period, not necessarily before, and it lasts for quite a while.
Yeah, if you're getting headaches following your period, and most likely that's a hormonal headache again. When at the end of your period, your estrogen is at its lowest, and that's when it's starting to rise to get to day number 14 of your period. And if you're finding you're having that headache the first 2 weeks after your period, then that's probably what's happening. I'm not so sure it's having to do with your menopause, but it is probably having something to do with your cycle.
Okay, we have Carity from Phoenix on the line. Carity, what's your question?
Yes, I just got diagnosed within the last year with multiple sclerosis, and I seem to have like frequent headaches. Like in the middle of the night, it'll be all night long, and when I wake up during the day. And I didn't know if there was something I could do for that.
So your headaches start mostly before you go to bed?
Yeah, and while I'm sleeping, I'll wake up about 1, 2 in the morning with just horrible headaches.
People who have allergies at night, when exposure to their bed or their mattress, which we spoke about a couple weeks ago, sometimes have these nighttime headaches. You may want to look at your bedding material, but the other thing is MS will cause, sleep disturbances, weakness in your muscles. Find out from your significant other or whoever might be living with you whether or not you're snoring. Because if you're snoring a lot, that can actually precipitate headaches.
That's interesting. Let's talk about some of the treatments. You brought some over-the-counter medications that really, really work.
Yeah, the Excedrin migraine I like for migraine-type headaches because it has 3 medications in it. It has acetaminophen, which is Tylenol. It has ibuprofen, which is Motrin. And it also has caffeine. And those 3 things together really help to do away with headaches. And sinus headaches, you want to use a sinus medication. And then Aleve is great for like pre-medicating your headaches if you have an exertional headache or other type, because it lasts 12 hours. So you don't have to, predict when you're going to have that headache. You can take it and feel safe and certain that you're going to have your headache relief for the next 12 hours.
You should have better quality of life, that's for sure. We have Tina on the phone from Phoenix. Tina?
Yeah, I get headaches, but when they first start out, like I get blurred vision. And then it'll be on like either the left or the right side of my head, and it'll just hurt all day. And sometimes it lasts for like 3 days at a time. Then I get sick to my stomach also, and I don't know what those are.
I don't want to ask, how old are you though?
I'm 32.
It sounds like you're having a migraine. Usually migraines are they start with either an aura, either feeling in the head or bright lights, a smell, nausea, vomiting, those kinds of things, and then you have the headache. And they last anywhere between 1 and 3 days. And there are great medications out there for migraines nowadays, so I would probably speak to your physician about maybe getting medications for migraines.
Thank you.
And I want to end here on the exertional headache. I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting. You see it in bodybuilders who really want to bench press that last 20 pounds, and they get this horrible headache in their head. The other type is orgasm. People who have orgasms and then they have their headache right afterwards.
I thought the headache came before the sex.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bummer.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Very interesting.
But you can either pre-medicate for it, but you should talk to your doctor, because sometimes that can be a sign of an aneurysm. You want to have that ruled out first.
Okay.
We will have those 5 headache triggers listed on the website, as well as more information. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being with us today.
And you'll be with us next Monday.
Yes.
And we so look forward to that.
Thank you very much.
The couch will be ready.